All right. As a staff yesterday, we had a really productive day, getting a chance to evaluate the scrimmage and really just looking at and honing in on the good and the things that we have to improve on. Some of the things that stood out, we were really efficient when it comes to our run game. And I'm saying all of our backs that actually ran the ball did a really good job. And also our line, all right, they did a really good job of getting movement and giving our backs a chance to get three and then fall forward for 5 to 6. So I thought that was really, really good. Defensively, I thought we did a really good job in the red zone. Offensively, there's some things we got to work on when it comes to the red zone. Our passing game got to continue to improve. Just in a number of ways. I thought there were some things that were good when it comes to our passing game, but just overall, the totality of it, I think we got to improve in that aspect. I thought Justin did a really good job on some of these quarterback runs. I mean, that's one thing that he has that a lot of people in this league don't have. We want to utilize that when we can. But other than that, I mean, this is a really important week for us. This is game week, and we have to go through our procedure on how we're going to go about going through game week. And it's important for the players to understand exactly how I operate in that situation, going through our warm-ups, all those things. So this will be an important week for us. And plus the rep count is going to go up this week too. I know that we have a game, but we're still in training camp, and our guys understand that. So, again, good week to get ready to play Green Bay. Really good team, good challenge for us, and we're looking forward to it. Any questions?
Will your starters play in Green Bay at all?
Say it again?
Will your starters play in Green Bay at all?
I will answer that question later on in the week.
When you say the reps are going to go up in practice, does that mean like the entirety of the team reps or like individuals?
Yeah, you will see longer practices from us, which entails rep counts going up. And this is really the week where you really want to start to do that. I thought our guys did a really good job of going through week 1, week 2. We haven't had any like true pulls or anything like that. So now you start to get that rep count up so you can get the guys ready to play 60, 65 plays when it comes to true game.
What progression do you want to see just heading into the preseason game against Green Bay?
What progression I want to see? Listen, I want to see exactly what we talked about when it comes to the things we're trying to create during training camp, and that's creating an identity for our guys and what type of advantage we're going to create. And I'm not going to say those things. That's between me and the players. But for the most part, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not really looking at what the score is going to be. It's more, man, are we actually hitting those points that I want to make sure we hit when it comes to the things that we've talked about?
What do you have to do, AG, in training camp and preseason games to get yourself ready for the game management role that comes with being a head coach, which I'm not sure if you've ever done timeouts, challenges, that kind of thing before?
Man, there's a number of things. Just going back to 21, and Dan did a really good job of allowing me to be in those meetings with him and the guy that was doing game management in Detroit. And every Saturday we had a game management meeting, and I was a part of those meetings. So I had a chance to sit and listen and also put myself in those situations, how would I operate in those situations. And then during the season, this is one thing I thought Dan did a hell of a job on, is every Saturday, even though it was a true walkthrough, man, we went through a couple of situations to make sure me and Ben were on point on how we would react in those situations. I got better in those situations, start understanding how the offense is going to operate, which helped me really on defense. So I think I'm well versed in that department. We do have a guy here, John Berger, that's going to help me with those things. But I look forward to looking at that like every day. You know, when I'm in my office, when everything is done, it could be 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm still looking at situations, 2 minute, 4 minute, looking at all those things. So I'm looking forward to being able to handle those things.
What have you thought about the offensive line so far? Obviously some young guys, and it's a group that's kind of, few of them been together. I mean, you mentioned them in this. What have you liked?
Very, very impressed with how they operate. Big, strong men. They fit the personality that we want as an offense and how we want to operate. Obviously, we drafted Mimbu as our first pick. We had Olu last year. Our interior is outstanding, and even some of the guys that are in the back of rows are doing a really good job for us. So I'm excited about that group. Still have a lot of time to improve when it comes to communication because they are young, and Mimbo just got here, and Olu didn't start the whole year. So I'm looking forward to seeing those guys continue to get better.
You guys coming in, we knew you were going to be, we're going to run the football. That this group would be, able to do
confidence
that.
And
Were you coming in that this group would be able to allow you to play the way you want to play the offensive line?
Well, that started actually from the off season of me and Mood sitting there talking and me giving him a picture of how I see us as a team and the type of players I want to have on this team. Listen, the run game really opens up a lot when it comes to you overall as an offense. I mean, I can sit here and say, okay, you run the ball, then it opens up the passing game. There's a number of things that opens up when you're able to run the ball. And I'm going to say we're not just going to sit here and run the ball 50 times a game, but I think it's important that you can establish that. And the thing is, we have the type of guys on this team that excel in that, and I want to be able to utilize that as much as possible.
Can you update us on some of those guys who got nicked up in the scrimmage, like especially Boyd and Xavier?
Yeah, Boyd, X, both of those guys had shoulders. They'll be out this week. We'll reevaluate those guys going into the next week. John Simpson will be out this week. He has a back. Who else do we have? Quinn and Oz. We already talked about Quinn, and Quinn will be out. Malachi Moore, he'll start getting back in practice this week, so we're going to see how that goes throughout the rest of the week. I think that'll hit all the guys for the most part. But again, X and Boyd, they'll be out for this week.
How would you evaluate Justin Fields' progression from the start of camp till now?
Yeah, I think he's really improving. I really do. And when you go back and you really look at the tape, there are some throws that he missed, but there's also some throws that he made that were really good throws that we have to make sure we catch also. So that goes both ways from his part, where some of those throws you got to make, and some of them guys got to make catches. So, I'm excited about that player. I'm excited about the things that he's going to be able to create for us. And every day, man, he just got to continue to keep chopping wood. And the type of person that he is, he's going to continue to do that.
Take a couple more on we're talking O-line, on the center competition.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably pretty nuanced. Like, for the outsiders looking at it, you're probably seeing things that we don't see in that competition. So what exactly are you looking for? What will decide that?
That is one of the battles that I'm really enjoying. And I think everybody understands on this team, like, the battles that we have as far as position is concerned. But both of those men, first off, they're smart. And they've picked this offense up fairly quickly. They're both tough and physical. And they both do a really good job of helping Justin when it comes to mic points and things like that, because they understand, they know it, just like Justin does. But man, it is a fierce battle, and I actually wanted that to be that way, just across the board. And I've said this before: elite athletes thrive on competition, and it's showing up with those two men, because I think they're playing their asses off right now. In regards to the situation, man, I know we have two really good players at that spot that's going to do a good job for us this year.
Will you need all 3 games to decide that one?
Well, I can't say that. We'll let that roll like it needs to roll. But I tell you what, I'm enjoying how those guys are going out battling.
What have you
Last one.
observed or evaluated, just getting back to Justin,
Yeah.
as a passer?
Yeah. Say it again.
How have you evaluated him as a passer?
Well, I'm going to sit here and listen. There are some good things that he's done, like really good things. You go to the practice before we have the scrimmage. I mean, he was out of sight. I think you all wrote about that. And then the other day, it wasn't as good. And you know what? And that's just the NFL. I mean, I wish I can go out there and say this guy's going to be at the top of his game. But that's just not, it's not reality, So he just got to keep chopping wood like he's doing. And his personality is going to allow him to improve because of who he is. He's a mature person. He understands when he doesn't do well. I mean, just like most of the guys out there. But I do know this: he's going to continue to get better and better and better because of who he is. He's shown that he can do it. And once you show me, I know you have that skill set. So I'm looking forward to him getting better every week.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. All right.